Call Don now, 682-1270. News Talk 1270 KIML.
News Talk 1270 KIML, Don Carpenter Show, and welcome back to the program. And joining us in studio, we have Laura, Emily, and Kristen from, let's see if I can get this right, Girl Scouts of Wyoming and Montana, right?
Wyoming, Montana, and Wyoming Council.
Oh, okay. Montana and Wyoming Council. See, why doesn't Wyoming come first?
I don't know.
Well, I guess Montana is a little bit bigger state, so.
Alphabetical, maybe.
Oh, well, we're that. Yeah, okay, I'll accept that one. So I want to thank you guys for joining us this morning. And I'm sure most people are, of course, familiar with the Girl Scouts, maybe just for the cookies. But I guess first up, why don't we just talk a little bit about what you guys do and, how you help out the community. I don't know who wants to field that question first, but we'll get started that way.
Well, we have a lot of different ways that we help out the community. We do canned food drives. We are the largest financial literacy program for girls in the United States, and that goes with our cookie program. We have different events that we do, like Fall Carnival, that is that we put on for the community, and with that, the price of admission is a canned food item, and that goes towards the Council of Community Services.
Okay. Now you mentioned that the cookies are for the literacy program.
Yes.
See, now I always buy Girl Scout cookies, and I never knew exactly where the money went. So that's where is that a nationwide thing, or is that?
Yes.
So wow, okay. Well, that's a really good cause then. I knew it was going towards a good cause, but I didn't know it was going towards the literacy program. So yeah, that's really cool. And I understand you have some events coming up, and we'll talk about those in a little bit, just kind of get an idea. So is anybody here would be able to talk about maybe the history of the Girl Scouts and how it got started?
Yeah,
okay.
It was actually founded in 1912, Girl Scouts of the USA. This is a leadership development organization for girls. Our mission is to build confidence, character, and courage. Do you guys want to?
Juliet Gordon Lowe is the founder of the Girl Scouts.
Okay.
She liked the way that the Boy Scouts ran, and kind of built off of that.
Oh, okay. So they aren't really related,
no.
but they were founded for the same reasons, kind of.
Yes.
Oh, see, that's another thing. I always thought they were at least somehow related at some point in the past. Oh,
no.
Wow. I learn something every day. So but the activities you do with the girls, they are kind of the similar type of activities. Leadership and things like that. Then, right?
Yes. Yes, and we've got the 5 areas that we have for the foundation of Girl Scouts is Business Smarts, which is the cookie program, Healthy Living, Environment and Outdoor Adventure, which is our camps and things like that. Science and Technology is our STEM program, and that deals with science, technology, engineering, and math. And then we've got the arts and culture. Oh,
and now the science and technology thing. I know, from the Boy Scouts that they give badges for the internet and computer repair and stuff like that. So, you do the same sort of things then, and I guess it gives these kids a heads up, and maybe for the kids that aren't big on camping or being in the outdoors. This is something that they can learn, and it would help them later on in life, I guess.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So that's a pretty cool activity.
Yep, and we are number 1 in the nation for encouraging self-esteem in young girls, and in my book, that's a plus.
Oh yeah. I will say I wish I'd stayed in Scouts a little bit longer when I was a kid. It was a good experience. I just wanted to play football, and then I didn't want to play football after 2 weeks, so I played hockey, and at least that one lasted a couple years. So it really is. It's a great program, and like you said, you guys you teach leadership skills, and a lot of kids don't really have the opportunity to learn that kind of stuff anymore. I mean, they certainly don't teach it in school anymore, do they? Okay, I don't know.
Really?
Okay. So
Well, I think you see a lot of kids, they're, in sports, with school, just different activities. And what they don't realize is the different pathway programs that we do have. Most meetings are every 2 weeks. You very rarely see a meeting weekly. Do you anymore?
We've got some people that meet weekly, but we've got people that, troops that meet bi-weekly. And then I think we've got one troop that meets monthly. So it just kind of works for everybody.
Yeah, I'd imagine these days kids and parents are so busy. So, I mean, you have a little bit of something that can kind of work around everybody's schedule. I mean, even if it's just monthly, I mean, you're getting in there and you're learning, leadership skills and maybe going camping every once in a while and stuff like that. And it's also fun for the kids, which you got to keep them entertained, or they lose interest pretty quickly. So you guys do a pretty good job with that as well then.
Yep, and you don't have to be attached to a troop. There's different pathways that you can still be a Girl Scout. That we have online, we have series, and all of that's available online at gsmw.org, that you can find out those different pathways. So if you don't have time to go to a troop meeting, there are those ways that you can be a part of Girl Scouts.
So, go ahead.
They can sign up to just do the events that we have and sell cookies if they want.
Oh, okay. So you don't even have to really do everything. You don't. There's, for maybe the kids that don't have enough time to be fully involved, but getting involved in some way is still beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
So now, what ages do the Girl Scouts do they serve these days?
All ages. It's kindergarten, so 5,
right,
through 12th grade.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So right up through adulthood these days.
And then you have adults can register. It's Girl Scouts on our website. Volunteers, dads can volunteer too. They can sign up and have a membership as well.
Oh yeah. See, and I mean, I have a daughter, so I always wanted her to get involved with Scouts, and one of those things. Well, I mean, she's 17 now, so
it's not too late.
Well, yeah. See, I might talk.
I have applications in my bag.
Well, she's in Pennsylvania, so yeah. But it really is. It's a great organization. So why don't we take a short break? We'll come back and we'll kind of talk about maybe some of the things you have going on right in this area, and how people can get involved around here. So stay tuned. News Talk 1270 KIML.
Broadcasting from two tall towers in the middle of a big field. Don Carpenter on News Talk 1270 KIML. Call Don now, 682-1270. News Talk 1270 KIML.
News Talk 1270 KIML, Don Carpenter Show. I thought my computer was going to crash while I was reading the weather. It's an ongoing thing here. So joining us in studio, we have Laura, Emily, and Kristen from the Girl Scouts of Montana and Wyoming Council. Yep. I wrote it down so I wouldn't get it wrong. And I have to do that with names and with company names. It's just one of those things. So and we were talking a little bit in the last break about what the Girl Scouts do and some of the benefits, and I just kind of wanted to reiterate, and we talked about this a little bit during the break, and I mentioned how busy my kid is during especially during the school year, but it's not really a huge time investment if you don't want it to be, and there's room for pretty much any kid that wants to get involved to get involved. So. Don't hesitate. I mean, it really is. It's a good, it's a good. I forget which one of you guys mentioned it, but it's a huge resume enhancer. When you later in life, you can say you went through Girl Scouts. It shows that you have some kind of leadership training, which is super important these days. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how about this? Let's talk about some of the events that you have coming up right here in this area.
Well, our coming up event will be October 5th. It's a Dr. Seuss event. The girls will do activities based on books written by Dr. Seuss. Some of them would be Green Eggs and Ham, Horton Hears a Who, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The event's going to be Saturday, October 5th from 1 to 4 at the library. You can register for this by going down to the office. It's located at 804 East 4th Street, Suite 2, next to
the candy shop.
Registrations do close today. You do need to register by 5 o'clock tonight. I think the office closes. So get down there and register. It's going to be a lot of fun. We do a lot of crafts. The girls do learn a lot of stuff. It is a bring a friend event. So bring somebody that's not registered. Get them going with it. If you have a friend from school or a neighbor who doesn't know how to register for this would be a great thing for them to get going and start their year off with something fun.
And the cost for the event is $15.
Okay, so it's $15 and you can bring a friend. So
yep.
Plus, you don't have to be a member of the Girl Scouts. I mean, this is for anybody that wants to get involved, right?
Yes, this is actually a recruitment event.
Okay.
So if you're not registered with Girl Scouts, this is a great way to kind of see if this is something that you would like.
Yeah, see if it's a good fit and have a little bit of fun along the way, which is it's always a good thing with the kids. So, and what other events do you have coming up anytime soon?
Well, in November we have a fall carnival, which, as Emily said earlier, it's a canned food drive as well for the Council of Community Services, and we do a lot of different booths. The troops all set up different carnival-based booths. We will have fun on the go.
Yes.
So that'll be a lot of fun for all of the kids.
We are also going to do, for each canned food item that you bring, you get a ticket for Fun on the Go, but also you get entered into a drawing to win a $25 gift card for a turkey this year.
Oh, wow. So it's a pretty good event then.
Yes.
Too.
And it's going to be November 2nd, and it's going to be held at Buffalo Ridge from 2 to 4.
Okay, could you repeat that? I had a little bit of a problem with the board here.
It's going to be held November 2nd at Buffalo Ridge from 2 to 4, and it is open to the public.
Okay. Sorry about that. I left something on. I had to hit the delay button. So
that's okay.
So I just wanted to make sure I didn't dump out of when you were given the date. So yes, I mean another big event for you. And now. Of course, everybody knows the cookies. So, and we talked about what the cookies are. They support the literacy program. I mean, are they on sale year round now?
No.
Okay.
No. Cookies start January 11th. They will be on sale. We actually do a cookie kickoff in January for the Girl Scouts to introduce them to the different cookies, especially for newer girls, so they can kind of learn it. We do activities with them. Do selling tips with them, safety guides, use the buddy system, stuff like that.
Sure.
They do different crafts there, so yeah.
And I think this year it's going to be a sleepover again.
Oh yeah, we did a sleepover last year. The girls really liked it.
Yeah. I don't know why we call it sleepovers though.
I don't know either. I wasn't able to go last year, so hopefully I can this year.
Yeah. Well, so not only, obviously the cookie sales are for a good cause, but I mean, it's like a whole big event for you guys. I mean, it's yes. when you kick off the sales. I mean, have you ever considered doing the year-round thing, or does it work better just doing it part of the year?
We are limited to what
we have to make the public want the cookies.
Yeah. We do.
Well, people don't want cookies. I mean, I know I want cookies every day. So.
Right, but you need to crave them.
Well,
yes.
So
yes.
Again, that's never a problem with me.
And these girls that are selling these cookies, they've got goal settings, so it's more than just selling cookies.
Sure.
Just the success of selling their very first box of cookies is just amazing to them.
And this is how our troops support themselves.
Sure.
Is through the cookie sales.
Now, I mean, I'd assume that, it also teaches these kids, it teaches these girls social skills as well. And again, you might not get that in some other places anymore. I mean, I guess sports teams still do the candy drives and stuff like that. But if it's anything like my experience, the parents end up buying most of the candy. Yeah. I know I've I can't tell you how many candy bars I've bought over the years. So, I mean, this really does teaches these girls how to get out and how to talk to people and sales skills. Not really a bad thing to have in this marketplace. And again, it goes back to the whole resume building thing. It's a great learning experience.
Yeah, and girls and Girl Scouts, they develop qualities that will serve them for the rest of their life.
I know that my daughter, when she started selling cookies as a daisy, she was so reserved, and you had to kind of pull it out of her. And now that she's in, last year she sold as a third grader, and this year she'll sell as a fourth grader, and she's just like a little pro.
Yeah, see, that's awesome when you see that kind of stuff. And when the girls always came to my door to sell cookies, I like the cookies, but I also like helping out too. And even if you're diabetic, buy some cookies.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because you don't have to. I am diabetic.
You have the sugar-free ones now,
yes.
don't you? So there you go.
But we do gift of caring. So if you're on a diet, don't want the cookies because maybe we don't have a flavor here that you like.
That's
you can
impossible.
I know. But you can do a gift of caring so that we can, each troop decides what...
we donate them to a different organization.
Right.
You just pay for the cookies. The cookies go to...
like food banks and stuff like that.
Stuff like that. We... the firefighters, people donate to them.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's different for each troop who you donate to, but it's a great cause. It really helps out the community. Military...
See, I had no idea all this stuff was going on. So that is really cool. I mean, the whole organization is kind of centered around serving the community.
Yes.
And that's, again, another important thing that kids, important lesson for kids to learn these days. Yes. I know, and I definitely do appreciate all the, and again, I'm sure it's not just this community with the Girl Scouts, but it seems like this community in particular, everybody kind of comes together and they help each other out, and it really shows when you hear things like this. So let's if anybody is interested in maybe coming out and checking out an event, or maybe wanting to join, have a girl between I guess ages of 5 and 18. That wants to join, how can they get more information?
If they missed our recruitment nights that we've had at the library, they can come by the office, 804 East 4th Street, Suite 2. They can fill out a membership application. We do need volunteers as well,
yes.
Leaders. So they are more than welcome to come by and fill out an application. We do some training here in Gillette. So and let me stress, we do need some leaders. These ladies are wonderful. They volunteer their time. So, if you are interested, please do come by and sign up. We've got, about 25 troops,
yes.
Emily?
Last year, I think we had like 25 troops, yeah.
Wow. That is a lot for a community this size. Now, this would, maybe your kids are out of the house, or, they're not quite old enough yet. There's room for adults to volunteer for all kinds of stuff.
Absolutely.
Kristen, she didn't have a girl that was old enough to do Girl Scouts. When she started her troop a few years ago.
This is my 5th year, and my daughter is just not old enough this year. I started volunteering when she was not quite a year old, and I had my troop for 4 years. I loved it, and she is signed up this year to be a Girl Scout, and she's so excited. She's been around this since, she was a year old, and she's excited to be a Girl Scout and sell the cookies and do the events. You don't have to have a girl in this to do it. Yeah,
and so there's room for pretty much anybody that wants to volunteer as well. So, it's open for pretty much anybody. And I also understand that you guys also have some help from some of the local local businesses and other donors, and they also deserve a lot of recognition as well for what they do.
Absolutely. We've got different events that we do. We rely on the local donors it's not necessarily monetary. Sometimes it's, just an example, Home Depot last summer donated 40 buckets for us to make sit-upons on for camp this summer. Perkins has always donated muffins for our overnights. Walmart, the rec center, we
we use their space
Yeah,
a lot.
yes.
So it's not always just money. It's
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, Fire Training Center lets our troops meet there.
Yeah, so I mean, and I'm sure there's so many. You
there
don't-
is.
And so if your name didn't get mentioned, just know that everybody does.
They are greatly
Appreciate everybody.
appreciated.
Yes.
Everybody that helps out is greatly appreciated. So I want to thank you guys for coming in, and I'm sure we'll get to see you again sometime soon. And I'll give you all my card before you leave, so that next time you want to come in, if you want to talk about any kind of event, please feel free. And even if you can't, we'll maybe set something up where I can make some announcements for you, because I'd like to help you guys out.
Okay, thank you. And I want to, just say thank you to all of our leaders and volunteers. This wouldn't be possible without them dedicating their time.
Absolutely. So I want to thank Laura, Emily, and Kristen from the Girl Scouts of Montana and Wyoming Council. Twice in a row, I got it right.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll see you again sometime soon.
Okay.
News Talk 1270 KIML.
For the latest on the show, follow Don on Twitter @TheDonCarpenter. News Talk 1270 KIML.